Since Battle of Gods, Toriyama has very clearly been pushing one specific idea with Goku, and once you notice it, you can't unsee it anymore. Goku doesn't need anything beyond his base form and Super Saiyan. That sounds crazy at first, especially when you remember Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 exist. But look at how consistently this idea has been reinforced over time. Super Saiyan 2 and 3 barely get any real screen time in Super, and when they do show up, it's usually just to remind us why Goku doesn't rely on them anymore. They're flashy, they're nostalgic, but they're inefficient, and Dragon Ball has slowly been moving away from that kind of power progression. When God Ki is introduced, this idea becomes even clearer. Regular Super Saiyan doesn't disappear, it evolves. Saiyan with God Ki becomes Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan stacked on top of God Ki becomes Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or Blue. It's not about adding more and more transformations on top of each other anymore, it's about refining what already exists. That's why Goku doesn't pursue Super Saiyan 2 or 3 while using God Ki. Those forms are built on brute force and raw output, while God Ki is about control, efficiency, and precision. Super Saiyan 3 especially is basically a Ki leak simulator, and Whis would probably lose his mind if Goku tried combining that with divine energy. This same philosophy carries directly into Ultra Instinct, which is why Ultra Instinct was never meant to be treated like a normal transformation. It's a technique, a state of being, something Goku should ideally be in at all times. That's why Ultra Instinct Sign and True Ultra Instinct aren't actually separate forms in the way people usually think. They're the same state, just used differently. In Sign, Goku suppresses his emotions to stay calm and precise. In True Ultra Instinct, he embraces his Sign nature and fights more naturally. The technique itself doesn't change, the way Goku expresses it does. Now here's the detail almost nobody talks about, but once you see it, it changes everything. Look at Goku's hair in True Ultra Instinct. At the start of the fight, it looks almost identical to Sign. It's spiked, it's sharp, it has that highlighted, unstable look. But as the fight goes on, something subtle happens. His hair slowly loses that spikiness. The highlights fade. It starts drooping back down until it looks much closer to Goku's normal hair. That's not a mistake. That's intentional storytelling. True Ultra Instinct isn't just a form Goku turns on and off. It's literally becoming part of him. Just like Super Saiyan God was originally meant to become his new base, Ultra Instinct is now following that same path, except this time, it's actually sticking. Goku is learning to maintain Ultra Instinct regardless of form. That's why Toyotaro outright confirmed this idea himself. He explained that Ultra Instinct isn't some unusual, special state anymore. It's Goku's mastery slowly seeping into his body. That's why he imagines Goku's hair returning to a style closer to his original look. A more natural Goku who can use Ultra Instinct without needing to transform. And this is where things get really interesting. Once Ultra Instinct becomes Goku's regular state, transformations don't disappear, they change purpose. We already know from the Granola arc that Super Saiyan actually boosts Ultra Instinct's accuracy. That means forms are no longer power multipliers first, they're technique enhancers. Goku can stay in base, already using Ultra Instinct naturally, and then use Super Saiyan to sharpen it. When he needs absolute maximum efficiency, that's when the silver-haired perfected Ultra Instinct comes into play. It's no longer about climbing forms, it's about choosing the right tool. You can already see this shift happening in the manga. In Chapter 103, Perfected Ultra Instinct, Goku is far more expressive than he used to be. He smiles more, he talks more, he feels more like Goku. Early Ultra Instinct felt almost robotic, like Goku was becoming someone else entirely. Now it feels like Ultra Instinct is adapting to Goku, not the other way around. The technique is no longer suppressing his personality, it's enhancing it. And honestly, this makes perfect sense for Dragon Ball's long-term future. Toriyama never wanted an endless ladder of forms. That's why Super Saiyan God was introduced the way it was. That's why Super Saiyan 2 and 3 faded into the background. And that's why Ultra Instinct is being reframed as a permanent state, rather than a flashy transformation. Goku isn't chasing new hair colors anymore. He's mastering himself, which ironically is way more hype than another form drop. Before I wrap this up, let's do shout-out time real quick. From the previous video, Tristan Myers said, "The original Super Saiyan transformations are cool, but divine energy is actually awesome. I don't think it's useless." And yeah, exactly. God Ki and Ultra Instinct aren't about replacing old power systems, they're about refining them. That's the whole point. So yeah, if you enjoyed this breakdown and it actually made Ultra Instinct make more sense instead of more confusing, drop a like, sub up, because we're pushing for 10,000. And let me know what you think. Until next time, take care. And remember, Goku doesn't need a new form. He needs better control.